guys, it's your girl Remedy, and guess what? I've had the baby. No, I haven't. I'm still pregnant. So my due date came and went, and yeah, baby decided he was or she was so comfortable in there, she just isn't ready to meet us yet. So they're in there, which is cool. So I thought I would do a 40-week update just to let you guys know how things were going. So what is there to say? I put a few things here on my phone so that I wouldn't forget. So baby is still very active, moving lots. Now you can very clearly see like a protruding foot when it kicks my stomach. I've decided not to share that on video, partly because every time it's happened I've just been so in awe of it. I just haven't reached for a camera. I've just been like just in awe of the moment. But right here on my right hand side, right here, whoop, can you see? Right here, its foot is just constantly like, or now and then just like, so that's been pretty cool. But yes, baby's been very, very active, and I think that's a good thing. You know, I think that's a very good thing. We had a false alarm at 38 weeks. Well, we were nearly 39 weeks to be fair. And I was like, we ain't ready for this. First off, I told you guys about my husband in the nursery. We took ages, even I guess getting started, because my husband's like, you're gonna go past your due date, it's okay, we have time. And I was like, you know, one of them ones where it's like, you know what, we're gonna be, me and the baby are gonna be the ones suffering when this nursery ain't done in time. Anywho, so case in point, we had a false alarm at 38 and a bit weeks, you know, nearly 39 weeks. And there wasn't even an assembled crib. You know, it's a good thing I bought a Moses basket, because there was no crib assembled. It was literally planks of wood in a nursery, which my dad had painted, but nothing else had been done. There was just like wood in boxes on the floor, and all the stuff that had been moved out of our study was now piled up in my bedroom this high. And I was like, where am I supposed to zen out for my first 4 centimeters before we go to the hospital? It's a madhouse here. So I was just like, we are so not ready for this. So my husband was like assembling furniture as I was like having my tightenings or contractions, whatever you want to call them. And I was just like, yeah, we need to really fix up. So thankfully it turned out to be nothing, but we did kind of have like a couple of moments where I was like, you know, but all of it is in preparation, and you know, it all prepares your body, and it's not a wasted effort. Yes, it was a false alarm, as in it didn't lead to the birth of the child, but it all contributes to preparing your body and softening and all that sort of stuff. So it wasn't a wasted effort by any means. So my husband, sometimes he works shifts, so sometimes he'll have like night shifts, and bless him, he's been really cute. He's been like, I'm not leaving you at home on your own. Anything could happen. He's a hematologist, so he's like, you know, women hemorrhage all the time, you know, nobody ever plans on it, so somebody has to be here with you. So I have a pregger sitter. Yes, I have a sitter. Well, actually I have 2 sitters, and they do a rotation. Love you, mum, love you, sis. And so my husband literally won't go out for a night shift unless I have a babysitter. And it's actually been quite cool, because like I've been able to just spend some like quality time on my own with either my mum or my sister and my niece. So that's actually been really quite cool. And we've just had like movie nights with like, I don't know, dessert or gone shopping and then just come home and crash together. So that's actually been really cool. But yes, I am being pregnancy sat or pregger sat, baby sat. Okay, maybe somebody could suggest a sensible word for what I'm trying to say. The nursery. Days. Can I just say something? IKEA. I got some of my furniture from Mamas and Papas and mixed it up with IKEA because IKEA has these made to measure wardrobes and a really cool daybed, and I was like, yes, that's the one. IKEA Croydon. IKEA Croydon. I'm gonna call you out. Maybe I'll get into trouble. Hey, shoot, I'm just gonna say it. Anyone else had problems with IKEA Croydon delivery? So not only were we behind with getting our furniture, when we did have it, it was supposed to arrive so that it could be assembled the week before I went on maternity leave, so I could just nest, launder my stuff, put all of my laundry, you know, all the baby's freshly washed clothes and linen just into the nursery. It was all supposed to be assembled. We went in on a Wednesday. We went before the cut-off point for delivery. We requested delivery for the next day. I got free picking service because I'm with child, and the people that took care of us in IKEA while we were there were great. However, we paid for next day delivery, £49 some. Did it come the next day? No, it didn't. They were like, oh, sorry, madam, we thought that you wanted it to arrive on Saturday. That's not what it says on my receipt. Anywho, mini rant. It will definitely be with you by 11 AM on Friday. Bear in mind, my husband's taken 2 days off work to assemble the furniture. Friday comes, 11 o'clock goes, 5 o'clock, get a phone call from the driver. Oh yes, we're running a bit late. We should be with you in 45 minutes. 7:30 rolls by. We're just up the road. We'll be with you shortly. 8:15. Oh, we tried phoning you. You didn't answer, so we couldn't find your house, and we're taking the stuff back to the depot. Don't lie. We got a call waiting on our mobile. You have our house number and mobile number. Don't lie to me. Especially not in my state. Especially not when it comes to my kids' nursery. So anyway, we weren't impressed. We went back and forth. Items were missing from our delivery. And then in the end, when the delivery came, the dude was like, did IKEA know about these stairs? Because we live in some flats. Did IKEA know about these stairs? You don't have a lift. No, it's only like second floor. They were like, well, we're not gonna do this delivery, we're gonna go back. My husband was like, look, you just leave the furniture here, I will take it upstairs, you just leave it here. And in the end, I think the man felt shame because there were two of them and one of my husband's. So they brought the furniture up. Could you imagine if it was just me waiting for that delivery? What would I have said? Yeah, leave it here, I'll take it upstairs. Anyway, so the delivery comes, most of the stuff is missing. Well, I'd say a quarter of the stuff was actually missing. Waiting on delivery. A week and a half later of them apologising, saying, oh yeah, things are going to be here. You know, I'm really glad my husband didn't take any other days off because there were several times when it was supposed to be delivered. And granted, they did give us financial compensation and refund the money that we had spent for the nursery. They did refund some of the money. Fair dues, but the inconvenience was crazy. What we ended up having to do was driving to a branch, I would say probably about 58-60 miles away. We had to drive to the Edmonton branch, yes, and then it took us 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours to get paperwork sorted out and then collect our items. So I was not happy about that. Mini rant over. Thank you for bearing with me. but I just had to get that out there because we were treated like doo-doo. I was not happy. But you'll be glad to know the nursery is pretty much done. I mean, baby can move in. You know, I think that every mother probably has like some finishing touches they still want to do, and there are some bits and pieces I still need to do. But yes, the nursery is finally functional and usable, and I love it. It's like my sunshine room. When I walk past it, I just turn the lights on and just look in there and just daydream. I love it. It's so, so cute. I've been getting, oh my goodness, I don't know how people do. I'm really amazed that people remembered this, but loads of people remembered my due date was on Wednesday, and I got so many text messages, and then everyone was like, you know, has the baby come yet? Has the baby come yet? And I was just like, wow, really impressed people remembered. And then, but then like the next day there were more texts, like so, and then the next day there were more texts, and then the next day, and I was like, starting to feel a bit of pressure here. Whereas I was just like, I don't actually feel terribly uncomfortable, so I'm pretty cool with it. I think people are getting more impatient than me, and it's kind of getting me a bit jittery now as well. So how am I feeling in my pregnancy? I'm actually feeling pretty comfortable. I have not been in a rush for the baby to get here. I think by the 4th day after being overdue, I was like, okay, now baby, I would like to meet you. But I've been pretty cool. Like my doctor started talking about inducing me before it was even my due date. It was like the day before I was due, and he was like, yes, so you come in the day after and you make an appointment with your midwife to be induced. And I'm like, yo, calm down. Like, I'm sure I can have like at least 2 weeks with the baby inside me overdue before we need to start talking, but I guess we need to book them in advance. I wasn't keen to, the midwife offered me a sweep, I declined. And the reason being, I just kind of believe that things during your birthing time will be so much more intense if it doesn't happen as and when nature has prepared you. There's like a massive sequence of hormonal changes that happen leading up to birth, and if you cause a physiological change that your body is not actually in sequence prepared to have happen, then it throws the whole thing off, and that's when people start having, you know, unnecessarily even more unbearable sensations and that sort of thing. I mean, you know, very similar to induction. So I'm kind of hesitant, although I will take a sweep if it's like, you know, right, in 2 days you're going to be induced. So I'd rather take a sweep over an induction any day, but I would still rather put off a sweep. So I actually declined. Yeah, brave lady, huh? I don't think family members were very happy about that. They're just like, bring it already. I'm like, yeah, when it's ready, it will come. I have been retaining water. I mean, yeah, my face is rounder, and I'm not sure if it's to do with weight or water retention, but in the mornings my fingers are so fat I can barely curl them, and my wrist and my foot. Like this morning I had my hands on my thigh for about, I don't know, 10 minutes, and I lifted my hands up and there were marks on my thigh, and I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. And then I realized when I put my fingers down, it was the groove of my fingers. I was like, yeah, serious, that is serious. I'm trying to stay hydrated and just eat really, really well. It hasn't been like crazy, but I've had some slight cankles by the evenings. So like, yeah, with all of the delays, I have been having, I've kind of just taken them as an opportunity to do more nesting. I always think of something else I want to do, another cupboard I want to clear out, or something else I want to assemble, and I've been just doing some reading about feeding and different parenting styles and that sort of thing, and just enjoying my lie-ins, my hot baths with no interruption. So it's all good. for now. You know, famous last words. Today though, I did go for a long walk, probably like an hour and a, I guess it's not that long, but it's long for me because I haven't been for a walk in a long time, partly because of my hip issue that I had. So I went for a walk probably for an hour and 15 minutes or so. So that was cool. And, you know, I felt like my stomach was a bit lower, but who knows. Yeah, we had the first bit of sunshine in ages around, so I went for a long walk. But yeah, so I was glad I was able to do that. So now we're just waiting. So yeah, I hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for your kind messages again. You guys have been immense, amazing, so lovely.
I realize that you and her were planned to be a gift to me. From the moment that the doctor said that we conceived, watching her grow inside of you is weird to me. Your body's stretching, don't worry about it, baby. There's a life inside of you that's worth a change. And you're a dime and you will always be so fine to me. 3 months ago, can't wait to see who she looks like. First I'll be a husband, babe. First I'll be a husband, then a father. I'll be your father to our baby girl. Our baby girl. We must keep our foundation strong. Keep it strong. Let her know that she's a gift from God. See, this is not a happenstance. This is not a happenstance.